just to wrap up the final loose ends with this halacha. So yesterday or last time we established that if there's something that's both a basis, a davar ha'asur ve'amutar, you go after what's more important or what's inherently more valuable to you. So we explained, let's say, a drawer that has a big stash of money and expensive belts. What's more valuable, if it's the money or the belts, and that'll determine if you can open or not that drawer on Shabbat, and that's the classic example we gave for our generation. Just a few more examples of this as well. Let's say you have your keys on a keychain, and on the keychain there are house keys, there's also the car key, there's other types of office keys. So the question is, what's more valuable, what's more important? If I don't care about the car key per se, and I have my house key, my office key, my safe key, which is not Muktzeh, then it's not a problem to keep that all on the chain and keep carrying it on Shabbat, because it's a basis davar ha'asur ve'amutar. The mutar is more important for you, so you can keep it on your keychain as well. That's another classic example of this scenario. But so all of these important halachot conclude with this idea where if the important aspect of this halacha is that the whole basis is only created, this problem is created when the mutar is on the isur. But if the asur is on the mutar, but if the mutar item is on the asur item, many poskim said that it doesn't exist. So what's the example for this? We don't even have it anymore in our homes, but I remember growing up, we used to have, let's say, something that would cover the telephone, the landline. There was a landline, there was a cover for the landline that you would do it on Shabbat, or if you had guests, you didn't want it to show. In that scenario, the phone is the davar that's Muktzeh, and the cover for that is going on top of the davar that's asur. That's a classic example where Ovadya writes down that would be a scenario where I'm allowed to take off the cover because the cover is mutar and it's going on something asur. We only say basis that forbids the entire thing whenever the asur goes onto the mutar. So that's an important rule to recognize. And lastly is different type of electronics. We spoke about it earlier when it comes to a fan. And the Rav Moshe Feinstein says a fan that's plugged in inside Muktzeh. Ovadya reassures that and explains if they run with electronically, and their purpose is for a heter, kegon machshirei shemi'ah or sha'on, like hearing aids or a watch. The battery or the electronic parts of it don't cause it now to be a basis of davar asur and forbid you from using it. Similarly, a fan, we explained earlier, a fan that's plugged in, that's on its own, you're allowed to position it and move it on Shabbat. Obviously, you're not pressing the buttons, but if it's on, I can move from this part to that part. And Moshe Feinstein says it's not Muktzeh. Ovadya agrees. There's no issue of basis either. You can't, if you want to argue and say that the whole structure is a basis to the chashmal, it doesn't work like that. It's mutar, and it would be allowed to be moved on Shabbat. These are a few, just wrapping up the loose ends of the idea of basis davar asur. Chazak ubaruch.